Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Vicki Haspels and I'm the Tarot Coach, and welcome to Timeless Tarot, a weekly reading for guidance for any time that you're needing it. I've chosen 6 cards already. I haven't looked at them yet, so we're going to go through the reading, and the story will unfold as we go. So the first card I've chosen is for the conscious self. This is how we're feeling right here in this moment. Yep. And here we have the Empress. So the Empress represents that nurturing mother energy, but the word I'm getting with that is grounded. So this is saying that the conscious self either feels very grounded and very sure of themselves in this moment, or the conscious self is seeking grounded feeling. So if you're not feeling grounded, please do some exercises to help you get grounded, because this is what the Empress is teaching us. If you resonate with the grounding and you feel in here that you are grounded and that sits and resonates inside of you, then you are vibing at the frequency of the Empress today. She represents that nurturing, mothering, grounded, very practical energy, information that's coming our way. And she's definitely connected to the seasons and how things are flowing. The next card is the unconscious self. This is a part of us that is sitting in the higher frequency, the higher self. I liken this position to our guidance, our guides, and our higher self energy, how we are speaking to ourselves in the different dimension. So here we have the Three of Wands. In this instance, the Three of Wands is asking us or reminding us where we are very good at something, where we are putting ourselves forward and saying, I'm actually really good at this. The Three of Wands can sometimes represent a little bit of arrogance. If you are feeling that arrogant feeling, or sometimes it's called imposter syndrome, then the Three of Wands is calling you to own your skills and your relevance, because they are much needed at the moment. It is not a time to play small. So your guidance is always going to push to the front your skill set, what you're very good at, what is your zone of genius or your wheelhouse, whatever it is that you know you're good at. It is not a time to play small. And whenever you do try to play small, spirit or your guidance or your soul is going to put you in a position where your skills are always going to be on show. So you're being asked to own it. And if you do own it, go with that. Please shine your light as many places as you can. That's what this is. Now, I'm just going to point something out to you, because we have the grounded energy of the Empress card and the shining the light on the skills that we have in the Three of Wands. Then the two go together. That means we are not going to be having an inflated ego with it all. We're very grounded in that energy, and that's why you're being asked to attune to both of those cards. If you're listening to this in this moment, attune to both of those cards there, because they're both required to work together. Ground yourself. Do not play small. That's the beginning of the energy for this reading. So now we're going to have a look at the challenge that we are facing. And this is about the vulnerability that we may have in order to be able to, or to become these two cards at the beginning, the Empress and the Three of Wands. What is it that we are working on in order to attain the full potential of ourselves? And here we have the Hierophant. So this is telling me that we are not meant to walk alone in this energy. The Hierophant represents a guru, a teacher, study, learning. What is it that you are falling short of in your study or understanding of something? Or where are you lacking guidance, a mentor, a teacher, a guru? Where is that support for you? And that's what this is calling upon. You are not required to do this work by yourself. You are required to connect to a community, to connect to those who have walked this path before you. And through that, you learn to raise yourself up to your standard that you are. You don't have to attain something. You're already there. Hierophant energy is helping you to stay at that point, to stay at that level, so that you can sustain a particular energy feeling. Otherwise, how can you not succeed without that? Okay. Yeah, the universe wants you to succeed. So let's have a look at the action card. How are we going to act? What is right action for us? Here we have the Seven of Wands. This will be interesting if this had turned up in the challenge section, because this is a card of confidence. Action card. What are we stepping into? We're stepping into what we are confident with. There's not going to be any medals or wins. You're not going to get a big tick if you try and step into something that you're not ready for. So if you would love to be the world's best trapeze artist, and you might have all the theory around it, but if you're going to keep falling off and not actually develop yourself and to be able to show up in the world as a trapeze artist, these cards are not going to flow for you. This energy is not going to flow for you. What this card, the Seven of Wands, is asking you to do is to understand what it is that you do best and do that. Now, you might think, I don't want to do that, or I'm not good enough at that yet. What is it that universe will show you? And I'm going to show another card. I'm going to bring back the Three of Wands. Your guidance, the universe will show you what you are good at, because you'll see it reflected back at you, or you'll feel good when you do something. As an example, I love reading the tarot cards. I love reading for people. And, I've been doing it for more than 30 years now, and I still think, sometimes I get a bit, am I going to get this right today? That never goes away. But once I'm in the energy, once I'm in that space of the Empress, the grounding, and this is what I do, I know that I'm good at this, all of that doubt goes away, and I am living the Seven of Wands. I know that it works for me because I can feel the flow. So right action here is to understand and to be where you know you are doing your best, and you know what that is. And if you don't, experiment with little things that work for you and just see what makes you feel good in here. This is your guide. This is your wisdom. Okay, so what does that mean when we're following the flow of these cards? Where will we end up? This is like a possible future. What's possibly going to manifest or become? What will we become? Here we have the Six of Wands. You know what I love about this? This is such a perfect spread, or such perfect cards. Six of Wands represents public recognition. In this instance, it is public recognition. When you follow the steps or feel in the flow of these cards, the message for you in this moment that you are hearing this reading or watching this video is that you are in a perfect position. Follow the guidance of the cards to be able to be publicly recognized. This is what is required of you at this moment. When you are listening to this, you are being asked to step up. You will get the recognition that you are needing in order to continue and to grow and to become better and to show up. Now, I'm talking about showing up in the world, not just for yourself, but for humanity as a whole, for the greater good. These cards are asking you to step up. So follow the little guidance along the way. You will have your public recognition. Whenever the Six of Wands turns up, I always think about you get your certificate, your piece of paper, and that certificate is public recognition. That's actually a piece of paper that says this is what you're doing. So what is it that we are learning karmically this week? What is our karmic lesson, our soul lesson? We're talking about finding a guru or a helper. That's our human lesson. This is where we are, strengthening, where we feel humanly vulnerable. What is it that our soul is now understanding and growing into? What do we have? The Nine of Cups. Now, Nine of Cups is the wish card. It means that whatever it is that you wish for is possible. I always call it the manifestation card, but I have a confession. I consider manifestation to be more of a transactional word. I prefer the word becoming. So all of these cards are guiding you towards an outcome that you were always going to become anyway. And what you're understanding is that when you step into your own power, because you know that this is coming for you, you know that you are becoming this thing or this way. The Nine of Cups is affirming for you or confirming for you that you are on the right path. Be in that flow, be on the right path. So that's Timeless Tarot for this week. I'm not going to put a date on it because I don't know when you're listening to this. When you listen to it and when you hear it and when you see it, it's always perfect timing. That's why it's timeless. My name is Dr. Vicki Haspels. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the Tarot Coach. Much love from me, and see you again next week. Bye.